I was contacted by a client from the village of Stanwick regarding their limestone tiled floors, which were installed throughout the kitchen area, and steps leading to the hallway. Polished stone does lose its appearance over time due to wear, and this floor was now in need of repolishing. An appointment was made to visit the client and carry out a survey of the floor. On my arrival, I could see that the limestone tiles had, as suspected, become dull, and the grout needed attention. It was clear that the sealer had worn off in the busier area and dirt was now becoming ingrained in the stone and grout. To bring back its polished appearance, the floor would need to be homed with burnishing and then resealed to protect it. This is a straightforward task which would take 2 days, and so I provided a quote to do the work. The quote was accepted and the job booked in. My first course of action was to protect the walls and kitchen units using a protective wrap, before scrubbing the first area using a hot solution of Tile Dr. Pro Clean using a rotary scrubbing machine fitted with a brush head attachment. This process lifted the dirt from the grout and surface of the tiles. The floor was then rinsed thoroughly with water to remove the released dirt and cleaning solution, which was then extracted off the floor with a wet vacuum. I then proceeded to burnish the limestone using a set of 4 Tile Dr. burnishing pads fitted to our rotary floor machine. As usual, I started with the application of a 400 grit coarse pad lubricated with water. This removes any remaining sealers and ingrained dirt from the stone. The slurry generated was then rinsed away using a wet pickup machine. I then repeated this process using the medium 800 grit and fine 1500 grit burnishing pads, which slowly polish the stone, rinsing and extracting after each pad. The floor was then allowed to dry off overnight. I returned the following day and continued the process using the superfine 3000 grit polishing pad, which is the last stage in the polishing process, and brought back the polished surface. In this instance, I polished the floor to a high shine as requested by the customer. Only a small amount of water is used with this last pad, so it leaves the floor dry and ready for sealing. To seal, I applied 2 coats of Tile Dr. Ultra Seal Sealant, which is an impregnating sealer that protects from within and gives the floor a natural look. The last step once the sealer was dry was to buff the floor to a nice shine with a rotary machine fitted with a white pad. As the photos show, the floors were brought back to life with a gleaming high shine finish. The clients were extremely pleased with the results, as you can see from their feedback below. Phil is a very hardworking and pleasant guy who kept me fully informed at all stages, and the floors and patios look great. Many thanks. Michael B. Stanwick. Whilst I was at the property, the client asked me if I was able to clean their flagstone patio. I was able to do this and carried out the work for them. You can see the results achieved in the patio section of my website.